Hi everyone. In this video, we will look over how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide mixed numbers. Okay, so for adding mixed numbers, you have to remember to rewrite the fractions using the least common denominator. Add the whole numbers separately and the fractions separately. And then if you do get a improper fraction, you have to rewrite the improper fraction and reduce. So here's our first example. Find the value of the expression 4 2/3 plus 2 3/4. So I first rewrite them vertically. 4 2/3 plus 2 3/4. So I line up the whole number under the whole number and the fraction piece under the fraction piece. Looking now at the two fractions, I need a common denominator for 3 and 4, and that would be 12. So I'm going to rewrite it as 4 8/12 plus 2 9/12. Now I can go ahead and add the fraction pieces together. So 8/12 plus 9/12 gives me 17/12. And then I can also add together the whole number pieces. 4 plus 2 gives me 6. And now I have one more step because that fraction, 17/12, is improper. So when I rewrite it into a mixed number, my final answer would be 7 5/12. Okay, for subtraction, similar idea. We have to start by getting a common denominator. Sometimes with subtraction, we might have to borrow from the whole number so that the fraction of the first number is bigger than the fraction of the second number. And then once we have it, we can go ahead and subtract the whole numbers and the fractions separately, and then we're going to simplify and reduce. So here's our example. 5 1/4 minus 3 2/3. So again, I'm going to start by rewriting it vertically. 5 1/4 minus 3 2/3. Then just like we did with addition, we have to get a common denominator for 4 and 3. That would be 12. So I rewrite it as 5 3/12 minus 3 6/12. Or sorry, 8/12. Let me fix that. 3 8/12. So now when I go to start subtracting with the fraction pieces, I run into trouble. I can't do 3/12 minus 8/12, so I have to borrow from the whole number. So when I borrow from the 5, that becomes a 4. And to get the new numerator, remember I'm adding or borrowing a group of 12 this time. So I have to add together the 12 and the 3 to get the new numerator, which is 15. Now I can go ahead and start subtracting. So I can do 15/12 minus 8/12. That gives me 7/12. And the whole number piece, 4 minus 3, gives me 1. So my final answer is 1 7/12. So subtraction can be a little tricky because you might have to borrow like we did in this example. Okay, multiplying. Rewrite each number as an improper fraction first. Then multiply the fractions and simplify. Okay, so find the value of the expression. 4 2/5 times 1 3/12, or 3/10. To multiply and make them improper, to do 4 2/5 as an improper fraction, I like to think about it as looking at a goldfish. So what you do is you multiply 5 times 4 and then add the 2. That becomes your numerator over the 5. So as an improper fraction, I'm getting 22/5. So going back to my problem, I have 22/5 times, making 1 3/10 improper. 1 times 10 is 10, plus 3 is 13/10. Now I can go ahead and see if anything cross cancels here. In this case, both the 22 and the 10 can be divided by 2. So 22 becomes 11, 10 becomes a 5. Now I can multiply straight across. So when I do 11 times 13, I'm going to do that over on the side. 11 times 13, 13, 0, 13, 3, 4. I get 143. And 5 times 5 is 25. And now I have to make that into a mixed number. So again, over on the side, I'm going to help me with the dividing. 143 divided by 25. So let's see, it's going to go in 5 times, I believe. I get 125. Subtract. Okay, so my final answer is 5 and 18 25ths. Okay, our last operation is dividing mixed numbers. So it starts the same way. I have to change each number into an improper fraction. Then divide the fractions by multiplying by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So copy, change, flip, or keep, change, flip. And then simplify and reduce. So find the value of the expression 1 and 5/6 divided by 2 and 1/8. So my first step is to make them improper. 1 times 6 is 6 plus 5 is 11. So I'm getting 11/6 divided by 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. So 17/8. Now I'm going to do keep, change, flip. So I keep the first fraction the same, change division to multiplication, find the reciprocal of the second fraction, so that becomes 8/17. Before I multiply, cross cancel. I can't cross cancel anything with the 11, but the 8 and the 6 can both be divided by 2. So 8 becomes a 4, 6 becomes a 3. Now I can multiply straight across. 11 times 4 becomes 44. 17 times 3, if I do that over on the side to help me, is 51. And that's my final answer. I hope this video helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.